If coveting is a sin, one team here might need to ask for forgiveness, sitting just outside the rankings and wanting what their opponent today has, a spot in the top 25. Welcome to the home of the Tulane Green Wave, Human Stadium in New Orleans, Louisiana. As we'll see a squad from the ACC, the SMU Mustangs, taking on the runner-up from last year's national championship, the Tulane Green Wave. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer alongside. Guys, we can't wait to see this game. Been looking forward to it all week. And the Mustangs will kick it away first. Here he comes from midway in the end zone. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. They'll leave it with him.
Yeah, they're just going to need more push up front. There was nowhere for that running back to go. The offensive line got moved right back into his lap, and as a result, they lose yards on that play.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Quarterback may change this route. They'll send the back in motion. Going to swing it on 2nd down. Gets it out fast. Knocked down immediately, but a nice pickup on that one.
In college football, you see this a ton now. You use a quick passing game, basically as the running game. Get a few yards, get your offense ahead of the sticks, keeps it on pace for success.
Tulane lines up on 3rd and short. Fire right, trying to convert. Works his way out to the 33-yard line before he's pushed out of bounds. Here comes Tulane after picking up the 1st down. Using his legs, it's Cook. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Great job of contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened there.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Off the play fake. Finds the tight end. Still on his feet at the 45. Oh, he's got some space. He'll go out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 31, and a big pickup on that one.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
And how about that play by the defense here early in this game opening drive, facing one of the best quarterbacks in all of college football, and they're able to get an interception. That is going to be massive for their confidence in this game.
Offense in a split backfield. Give to the running back. At the 45 on his way. It's a seam wide open. He's at the 10. He's all the way down to the 3. An electric run has him set up.
I mean, goodness gracious, you could have driven a semi-truck through that hole. Nobody touched him. This was an easy run. This is the easiest 40-plus yard run you will ever see.
Defense looks like they're coming. They'll keep it on the ground for 1st and goal. And he is stopped, not getting close to the end zone. Line of scrimmage still at the 3.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get those running backs on the ground. Great start on this first drive.
Slams it ahead. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line.
Well, he gets tackled down at the 1-yard line, so offensively, do you feel confident enough on third here trying to hand it off again?
Yeah, and I'm taking both these downs, and I'm coming downhill. I'm running the football, trying to get this in the end zone. I only got a yard to go.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Mustangs. Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time.
And I love it. I love the physicality of this offense. It's 3rd and goal. I trust my offensive line to pave the way, give the ball to my running back, and know he's going to physically punch this thing into the end zone.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Tulane has it back in the offense, coming out to go on the attack. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you've got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game if you're going to win. And, David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Wants to go up top. Pulls it in. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. Well, they made the grab, but the doors closed quickly after that.
And I like this. I want to find my running back, but, man, he's got to do a little more damage after the catch. I need a stiff arm. I need a spin move. I need something where he can make that guy miss and pick up a bunch of yards and maybe get a big play out of it.
A strike downfield. And the explosiveness, the big gainer gets it to the 49-yard line. 1st down and 10. To the air on 1st down. Just couldn't find an open man. He'll get rid of it, and it'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Hand off from the shotgun. Pick up for 5. It'll be 3rd down and 5.
And defensively, one of the most important things is stopping the run, being physical up front. That was too easy for this offense. You can't give up 5 and 6 yards a pop on the ground. Like, that is a recipe for disaster. They got to be more physical, get off the ball, get downhill faster.
The defense trying to get a stop on 3rd down from the 44. Pulls and fires complete. Just what they'd hoped for on 3rd down as they've got a first at the 32.
And it's tough on the defense there. 3rd down, you're in zone coverage. Everybody's watching the quarterback, and you're trying to make a break on the ball, but he just got it out of his hands too quickly, and the throw was too accurate. Really nothing you can do there. It's now a fresh set of downs.
Makes the grab, but not quite enough for the 1st down, but a good gain on that play.
Defense has their hands full with this one. I know he's not the biggest guy playing the running back position right now, but they know he's going to be catching it too, and they're going to have to bring this guy down in space. In the passing game, they better make sure.
Touchdown, Green Wave! Made the grab and took it on in for the score.
Yeah, this offense, man, they look good. They looked great last week, obviously putting up huge numbers. Again this week, coming out the gates in the 1st quarter with the scoring drive. This offense is putting the college football world on notice.
He'll bring it out. It's Stevens. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. This drive will open from the 15. A design run for the quarterback. as they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Back to pass. That's reeled in. It's Stevens. And they pick up the first down in what might be the last play here in the first quarter. It's been punch, counter-punch throughout the early part of this game as we take a look at the first quarter stats. So first down here as they go back to work. Leaves it with the back. Couldn't find a lane. A pickup of 1 to the 31.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Gives it on the option. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
It's been a tale of 2 drives for this defense early on, right? They came out starting really slow. Allowed a touchdown on the opening drive, but they're finally settling in here on this one. Obviously, it wasn't perfect. They did give up 1 first down, but really nice job there on that 3rd down pass defense, forcing the incompletion, now trying to set up a punt.
Very little will make a crowd hold its breath like a punt return, and he brought them to their feet on that one. The Tulane offense headed back onto the field. They evened things up the last time they had it, and the defense helped them out and a chance to go on top with this drive. He gets it across the 40 and out of bounds at the 38. That was a nice pickup, running the drag route and finding that quiet, soft spot in the zone.
Yeah, drag routes not only work against man coverage, they work against zone too. If you can find the soft spot and the quarterback gets it to him early, he can turn upfield, and you saw that right there.
It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Looking downfield on first down. Fires to the big fella.
That's a great example of the defense there tackling the catch. As soon as the big fella caught the ball, down he went, not picking up the first.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Making side adjustments here. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Quarterback extends the play. There he goes. Guided out of bounds at the 22. Good play for this offense as they are threatening to score.
And he's really proven to this defense that he's just not a one-trick pony. He can beat you through the air, and now he can do this. Now he can take off and scramble, move the sticks, get us first down for his offense. This defense, they're starting to learn pretty quickly. This guy is a talented joker at quarterback.
Going for it all. He makes the catch in the end zone. Touchdown, Tulane.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, the chemistry between these 2 guys has to be great when you're throwing into the infield because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these 2 guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now in the game.
The SMU offense is headed back onto the field. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking to fire. Pulls it in. It's Stevens. And he's able to shed one tackle and gets a pretty good pickup.
And this offense, I think, will do a good job in this game divvying up the football and distributing it to different guys in the passing game. It won't just be receivers. It's not going to be tight ends. This running back, he's a weapon, too, after he catches it. You saw it right there.
The Mustangs come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and 4th down's coming.
Yeah, and I think 3rd and short is the perfect time to run RPOs because I can give the football or make the read, but I got to make sure in these situations I'm accurate with the football either way. Wasn't accurate with the football. Now you got a 4th down situation.
The offense stays on the field. Maybe they'll try to make the defense jump. They also might try to run it ahead for 1 yard. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a 1st down. That time they were in their own territory. That took some lower intestinal fortitude.
It definitely did. And listen, if that's what you're going to be, that's who you're going to be. You're going to be that kind of offense and be aggressive, then stick with who you are. And apparently nowadays going for it on your own end, it really ain't nothing anymore.
They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Caught in the backfield, it's Stevens. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the 1st down line?
Well, it's important in this game this offense gets the running back involved out on the perimeter in space where he can do some damage. That time they got it to him throwing the football. He picked up a couple of yards, but it gives the defense something to think about.
And the Mustangs come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. Quarterback on the keeper.
That's got to hurt if you're the offense, because you're thinking with this quarterback and his size and his athleticism, that's going to be an easy 1st down pickup on the option play. But how about the physicality up front by this defense, stuffing him at the line of scrimmage?
The Mustangs will try to pin them back with the punt. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Just needs a crack to get a return. He couldn't find much running room there. Didn't get a lot of blocking, and he'll step out of bounds. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. From the gun to give, looking for room. Got the 1st down and more. He moves the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 33.
It's so nice as an offense to know you can generate explosive plays by handing the football off to this guy. He has got incredible speed.
Might be calling a hot route. Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
And the QB leaves the pocket, and he scrambles out, and he goes to his right. And I love how he keeps his eyes down the field, trying to make a play, trying to throw the football. But the relentless chase, I love it. Getting to the quarterback. He throws an inaccurate pass because he gets whacked as he throws the football. Nice job chasing by the defense.
They get him stopped, and bounds at the 45-yard line, and the big play has this offense ready to mount a threat. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they'll talk it over to see if they can build on this lead before halftime. Here comes Tulane after picking up the 1st down. Wants to throw on 1st down. He'll take the deep shot. Intercepted. A 1st half turnover can swing momentum.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Using his legs, it's Stevens. And he can't get past the 2-yard line, but at least they avoided going backwards.
Well, they want to come out and try to get the run game established, but up front defensively, they made a play. They gave up nothing on that one.
Got to find some breathing room if you're going to establish yourself on the ground, and there wasn't any that time.
Yeah, Reese, I wonder now if this offense is maybe going to try to get to the perimeter of the field and see if they can use their speed to hurt this defense.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
They're facing a 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Moving, keeping the eyes downfield. Oh, he just handled it poorly, and it's a fumble. They recover their own fumble. Somehow, who knows how they got that thing back. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. From their own 18-yard line, it's 1st down. Sends it back in motion. Looking to throw on 1st down. Quarterback strolling away from heat. How about this sophomore learning when to just do it himself?
And defensively, you've got to know this guy, man. He's got some wheels to him. He'll get outside the pocket. You can't let him outside the cage. Those ends have to do a good job of keeping contained. When you lose it, this is what happens. He can get outside, can scramble, and can get 1st downs.
Now he's looking to throw it. Makes the catch down the right side. That is just a gargantuan play as he has it all the way down to the 12. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. They just changed the dynamic of this possession in a heartbeat, and now it's 1st and 10 from inside the red zone. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening. They'll immediately call timeout. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Looking downfield, and time is running short. Touchdown, SMU! Quick strike through the air for the score.
Man, that was beautiful clock management. Great job by this offense, sustaining the drive, not getting too much in a panic, and finishing the drive with a touchdown with not a lot of time on the clock.
They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. Looks like he's going to bring it out. Makes a move. Just a tremendous return. Great run, great speed and vision to really set up this offense. He almost got totally loose on that one. Just enough time for one final play in this half. Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. Pass is incomplete, and that's going to do it for the first half. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. About to start here in the second half, Tulane will kick it away. Fielded in the end zone, it's Stevens. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. The Mustangs have the ball back and ready to go to work. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the second half, who's going to get aggressive, Palmer? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are. We're going to keep doing what we do. We're just going to do it better. But then there are others that tweak things a little bit on offense and on defense. We're going to find out here.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Got a man. It's Stevens. And he converts on third down as he gets it out to the 26.
You know, it's a nice throw by the QB there. When you throw into running backs, you got to make it easy on them. So you want to put it right on their body, make the catch simple, and let them go to work like they did just there, getting that first.
The give on the option. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
They're trying to run the football, and there's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Wants to go up top. Fires to the wideout. It's complete. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
Wants to go up top on first down. Makes the grab. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33.
He's brought down at the 33. That's a first down.
And the Mustangs come to the line with a new set of downs. They want to run this quarterback. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line?
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. The give to the tailback. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
That's a really good stop by the defense, Jesse. They need a few more. You've given up a bunch of yards on this drive and a bunch of plays, but all that matters is keeping them off the scoreboard.
Yeah, it's that bend, don't break mentality you're seeing right now, and this is the point where this defense has just got to lock in.
3rd and long from the 30-yard line, and this defense hoping to knock them out of field goal range. Got his man. They've got enough for the first down, and they're in the red zone at the 20.
Well, this offense knew coming into this game they wanted to try to attack the middle of the field in the passing game, and they're able to execute the in route there.
The Mustangs, once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive together. Red pass, it's complete. He'll get it all the way down to the 8-yard line, and the defense is feeling the heat.
And that's what I love about this offense. You're not going to get all of your big chunk plays in the passing game by throwing it deep down the field. You can kind of dink and dunk. And on that RPO play, they had it dialed up and set up to go to that player in the right flat. Nice job.
And the Mustangs trying to get a touchdown on 1st and goal. And with this place rocking, the crowd forces a false start. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. so close to cashing it in for this offense. Wants to go up top. Bring in the heat. And he'll just get rid of that one.
Well, tip your hat to the defense getting that incompletion, because that hasn't happened often for this guy. Completed over 70% of his throws last week. He's doing it again in this game. Can the defense continue to mix things up? See if they can maybe confuse this QB.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. On the move. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
On the play. It's now 3rd and goal.
It's 3rd and goal and 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. It's complete to the left. And he's knocked down, but there's also a flag that's been dropped. Let's check on the call. A penalty on the play, and it looks like offensive pass interference. Third and goal for the offense. He's looking downfield to throw. And the 3rd down pass is knocked away by the D.
What an awesome job in coverage there. Critical 3rd down. Deep in their own end. They're able to break on the ball, swat it away, and now you set up 4th.
Splits the uprights. Good. And they've regained the lead. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Fellas, it's gone final in a huge top 25 showdown. Here's how it went down. Texas looked like a program ready to take the next step after a big road win today. This was a complete team effort from the Horns. Offense, defense, and special teams doing its part. Hook 'em. And they hooked a W in this one. Always interesting to see ranked teams collide, and today was no different. The agony and ecstasy of college football, fellas.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. Finds a man on the right. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. There's no need to panic or anything, but this would be a really opportune time to put something together and try to take control of this game.
And sometimes you just come out as the favorite, and you're a little bit flat, and you expect to win. And sometimes that leads to slow starts. But I think if they can get that passion, that adrenaline, and get a little fired up right here, I think they'll take care of business.
And they just got to make a play. They just got to get something positive to happen here, sort of wake them up, and then put another play back-to-back, and all of a sudden they get that momentum going. We know they've got the dudes. They've got the studs on both sides.
Breaks into the open. He'll go out of bounds inside the 40. They'll mark it at the 39. Good job by the receiver there, not to run into coverage, but to find a spot that the quarterback can throw him the ball.
Yeah, on those types of routes, Reese, they say if you're looking, you're booking. So if that's man coverage, the receiver's staring at the quarterback all the way across the field. That time, the receiver didn't give the quarterback his eyes, so they were on the same page. They both knew it was zone, and they executed that perfectly.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Running back searching for a hole. Got the first down and more. They finally get him stopped, but this veteran junior running back comes up with a nice play. That's the end of the period, and SMU has the lead. They've built a cushion. They've got a nice lead. Now the task is finish the deal as you take a look at the third quarter stats. Final stance of the game, and we'll start with the first down. They go to the ground. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming.
Brought down at the 21-yard line. 2nd down.
Kept it on the ground on 1st down. Now back to the line. Receiver on the move, gets the touch pass. Finds some fresh air. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
And just went with something very easy, very reliable. Flip it forward, let your receiver do the rest. I only got to get a few yards. Nice job, nice execution. 1st down.
From the red zone, looking for a man. Catch in the middle, it's Cook. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes too. He is a versatile back.
They'll run play action. He got it! Touchdown, Greenway! And they've moved out front here in the 4th.
And this receiver is on fire. He's got all the skills that you look for in a big-time target. And that's already his 2nd touchdown of the game.
And they add the extra point to finish the drive. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The SMU offense is headed back onto the field. Jesse, they had to kick a field goal the last time they had it.
Yeah, and oftentimes early in games, you're just trying to find your rhythm. Some things work, some don't on that first drive, David. It'd be interesting to see what happens here on the 2nd drive.
Yeah, you got a feel for the defense now. You understand what they're trying to do, what their game plan is. Now you get to go into phase 2 of your game plan.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Back to pass. It's complete on the right side. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
You know, this linebacker is a special player because not only is he good making tackles in the open field, this guy can cover. And you saw a great example of it with that running back.
It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He's got it. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the 1st down.
I know that was 3rd down, and I know the quarterback's trying to be careful. You don't want to be too greedy, but he had guys open downfield. I think if he had been a little bit more patient and been a little bit more willing to let the play develop, I think he could have converted that with a throw vertically down the field. Instead, he got lazy, checked it down to his running back, and now they're setting up 4th down.
Oh, he dropped it. He just lost his concentration and didn't look it all the way in. The decision to go for it does not pan out. This offense has it with really good field position. He wants to change this route. Looking to throw on 1st down. Unloads to the right. Here's an interception. Oh, did they need that turnover?
Let's go. Talk about leaving the door open. Yes, please. You think they might run the clock out, run the football consistently? No, sir. They put it in the air. We forced the interception. Great job by the defense. When they needed it the most, they came through.
Quarterback keeper. What a job up front, and he'll lose a yard on that one. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Looking to fire. Quick strike complete. No chance to run, but still a good gain.
Again, this is a running back that can hurt you running it between the tackles, and he's dangerous out in space. They like to throw it to him out on the perimeter as he picks up a couple of yards there.
Fairly manageable distance here on 3rd down from the 27. From the gun, wants to pass. Right on the money. And he's down after making the catch, but did not reach the line to gain.
Hey, really nice job on defense, too. Understanding the situation. It's 3rd down. We're fine giving up completions right there, but we're not giving up the 1st down. We're keeping the football and the ball carrier in front of us, and we're tackling the catch. Awesome job, and now you set up 4th down.
It's a one-score game late, and they've got to go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Converts on 4th down. Still going. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the 1st down. This upset bid has been brewing since the start of the game, seemingly, and they are in a world of hurt at this moment, guys.
Yeah, keep the pedal to the floor, right? Don't let up. You've done a great job. You're the perceived underdog. You've taken control of this football game. Jesse, you got the formula right now. You got them right where you want them.
Yeah, they've thrown caution to the wind in this game, right, David? I mean, they came in knowing they'd have to take some chances, and they'd have to be open and free, and it's worked to their advantage. Now's not the time to get tight if you're the underdog winning this game late. Well, I know it hasn't been a tremendous day statistically for this quarterback, but his decision-making has been good enough to win this game. Hasn't thrown a lot of TDs so far, but when things aren't open, he throws it away like on that play right there. He's not putting his team in a bad spot, and that's why they still have a shot to walk out of here with a W.
This time he's got it. Turning it on. Finally forced out of bounds. Maybe a step shy of midfield. They'll mark it at the 49.
Where's the defense on that last play? It's a 2-minute situation. You've got the guy making the catch in the middle of the field. You've got to tackle him in bounds and keep this clock moving. Somehow they were able to let him get outside and stop the clock. That just can't happen.
To the air on 1st down. Quickly out to the tight end. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play.
Well, bad news he didn't get the 1st down there. The good news, though, he got out of bounds, stopped the clock. They still have 1 timeout, so there's a lot of time still in this 2-minute situation to march down the field and get a score.
Offense about to reel off its 7th play of the drive. Back to pass on 2nd down. Under fire. At the 35, he's loose. Oh, no, the ball popped out. This could change things. Defense swore. That loose ball, it'll be a turnover.
Man, you talk about all the excitement, emotion. You're about to go take the lead in this ball game, and then you fumble and turn the football over. Now you need help. Now I need my defense to go out and somehow get me this football back after squandering that opportunity.
A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Fires to the middle. Makes the grab. They get it out to the 36 and on the move after a pickup of 15.
And this offense, you can tell, just still feeling confident. Like, they have the lead. It's the 4th quarter. 1st down, that's not a running play. That's a passing play. They're really in a rhythm, feeling good about themselves.
They'll run the ball. The clock is on their side. Pass the sticks, and he may get more. He's got enough for the 1st down, and that ought to be enough to put them in victory formation for the rest of this one. They'll use a timeout here. You have to be certain at this point in the game. To the ground. He's got it again. Oh, he's got some space. The 10. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Green Wave.
That is exactly what you want your offense to do. You want it to eat clock, but if you score, go up by 2 possessions, nail, meet, coffin. Great execution by this offense to put this game away.
And the extra point was good to finish things off. And he's going to bring this one out. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. A little bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. Looking downfield on first down. He wants a big play here late. And that one falls incomplete. They tried to go over the top on first down. Second down coming up.
Man, what a great play by the defender there. Big-time players make big plays in big games, and against an outstanding wide receiver one-on-one, he's able to knock the ball away and force an incompletion late in the game with everything on the line.
Quarterback on the move, still looking. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
Time is not on their side right now. They can't afford too many more incompletions like that. They need to come up with some connections, and they've got to score points. They've got to get this passing game going now.
Pressure coming. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on third down.
After that incompletion, 4th and long now on your own side of the field, you're trailing in the 4th quarter. What's your go-to play call here in the passing game? Where is the matchup that you trust in to come up with a big one to give yourself a chance to stay alive and win this game?
Down by multiple possessions, you can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Takes a hit as he fires. Incomplete on 4th down, and man, did they need to keep that drive alive. Timeout called by the defense, 27 seconds to go. So with the late lead, they're ready to just drain the clock in victory formation. And the quarterback takes the snap and kneels down. They won the game today. That's 2 in a row. If they win the next one, it's called a winning streak. It's been done before.
And we're seeing the identity of this team coming to fruition. You just get the sense they're finding out who they are, what they're about, what they're going to do schematically, and who their big playmakers are.
Which is tough to do, right? It's tough to grow throughout a season and understand who you are. But when you stack wins week after week on top of each other and start to have success, you start to grow as an identity and you start to understand who you are.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.